Hello. So today I'm going to talk about reflecting on the last quarter. I cannot believe it's April tomorrow. I'm sure a lot of you are thinking that too. And suddenly this first quarter has just absolutely flown by. For me, it's been extraordinary with my book coming out, and that was be way more than I ever expected with the feedback and the number one status and worldwide bookstores and all that stuff has been quite extraordinary. But other stuff has not been so great. So I think all of us, we have peaks and we have troughs. So I think have a think about the last quarter and how has it gone for you. So if you had set your goals and your intentions and your vision at the beginning of the year, how's that working out for you so far? So are you on track? Are you a bit behind? Are you a bit ahead? And there's no such thing as behind, because we often think we're behind. There's no such thing as behind. We are learning every step of the way. So even if we feel we're not where we're meant to be or we want to be, then the learning we've had in that process has probably been immense. So just take a little moment today to think about the last quarter, and you might need to go through your calendar, because if you're like me, you can't remember everything you've done. And then you can think, now what? Okay, look back on your targets or your vision or your KPIs or whatever you want to talk about, or however you plan your quarter. Look back on that and think, what did you set? What did you achieve? What did you not achieve? Now, often we find that we set that intention or we set those goals, whatever we do, we set that vision, and it sometimes doesn't work out, sometimes it does. However, what our priorities in January may have actually changed to what they are now. So because you might have listed all what you want to achieve in this last quarter, sometimes you find something happened that was very different. So you might achieve something that you hadn't even thought about in January, but you haven't achieved other stuff that you maybe it's because it wasn't relevant anymore. So just have a look, go back and ask yourself, what do you want to start? What do you want to continue? And what do you want to stop? And some of that might be some of your mindset stuff. I'm all about who you're being, not what you're doing. So sometimes it's a question of, okay, when have I felt energized? When have I felt this is amazing? When have I felt, it's really heavy? So have a look at those things. And if it's a particular issue or a particular task that you find really challenging, who in your life could help you do that? I'm always talking about who, not how. How people so focus on the how. How do I do this? What do I need to do? However, we very much not, it's always who, not how. Who can help me with this? Who can be is in their genius zone that is not mine? And I've written a newsletter about this today, actually. What is our genius? What are our strengths that we might not even acknowledge? It could be that things we find easy, we don't even acknowledge ourselves for, because we're brought up with things have to be hard and working hard, not just, okay, life can be easy. So if you're finding certain things have been a struggle over the last 3 months, who do you need to help you complete that? Or who do you want to delegate that to completely? Or is it something you just need to ditch? So I talk a lot about in my book about delegation. And one of the things I talk about is the D system, which I created. D1 is do it. D2 is delegate it. D3 is defer it. And D4 is digitally automate it. And so once you have a think about that, then you can think about the who, not how. And suddenly your to-do list gets much shorter. And so as you reflect about the year so far, where do you want to go in the next quarter? What are you moving on to the next quarter because that's not been achieved and it's still relevant? Or what you're going to see is no longer relevant. And so that you can start the new quarter with a new slate, new, and obviously Easter in the middle, which is great. So hopefully having a bit of a break over Easter. And then you can think about, okay, where is your directory going next month? What have you got in your diary for the next 3 months? And what do you need to create and what do you need to ditch? So that's my thought for you today. So have a good day and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.